Well, welcome back to the channel. In this video, there's a couple of things I want to do. Now, if you've watched our last video, you will know that we've got problems with the toilet. It won't flush, so I don't know what's going on there. I will have a look at that in a bit. But first of all, it's been 6 months since I repaired the roof on our crash damaged motorhome. Now, a lot of people said, and rightly so, as the roof is aluminium and I covered the holes up with a fiberglass, with the heat and should we say the cold, there's two different types of materials, so they will contract and expand at different rates, which means with the fiberglass it could end up being splitting, so it could actually come off. I'm hoping not, because like I say, it's been 6 months and I haven't been up there yet, and I'm going to show you guys as I see it and see what's going on there. And some people really commented what I should have done with the splits. I should have put a little hole at the end of the split, and that would stop it actually going any further. I must admit, I should have done that in one way. I wish I had, but let's go and see what's actually going up there. And I say this is the first time in 6 months, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on. Ladders are ready. Let's go up and have a look. You go see it before I do. And fingers crossed there's no problems. And as you can see, that's not looking bad, is it? And as you can see, this is where the aerial was. There's no problems at all. It's absolutely as it was 6 months ago. I'm really quite chuffed with that. Look there was a couple of splits there. No more splits. It's a little bit dirty, I can understand that, but that is faring very well. After 6 months, there's no problems at all. Obviously you've got this dent here, which was obviously there, which I think was the area that actually bagged that dent. You can see no problems at all. Absolutely no problems. And those windows are still looking good. And you can see the little flue for the fire. That's looking good too. Even on the other side, not a problem. So as you can see, I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, that's a good fix. Obviously, we haven't had any hot weather to expand and contract. So in the summer, I've still got to keep an eye on it to make sure there's going to be no splittage, nothing's going to sort of bad's going to happen to it. But at the moment, with all the winter, I'm happy. So, right, what I'm not happy with is the toilet. It's not flushing. So let's go inside and have a look what's going on in there. Okay, I will show you, there is nothing happening with the toilet pump. Someone did actually comment on the channel saying, if you actually press the button on top of the toilet and put the lights on in the bathroom, if the lights dim, then that means the pump is, should we say, blocked. It's not actually, the impeller's not actually going round. So I'm not too sure if that's true or not. Let us know in the comments. I do want to try it, but I can't because the motorhome's in the storage and we've got no electric hooked up. So we need the electric hookup to put the toilet lights on. So let's try other things. Now the first thing is I've just got the fuse out, and I'm going to quickly try and see if that actually working okay or not. Now the best way I feel I'm going to try, I don't really know how to use these too much, but what I'm going to do is put it on sound. I'm going to put that together. Right, now that's making the bleep. That tells me that that fuse is okay, so that certainly isn't a problem. So let's go and see, do the same on the fuse inside the toilet compartment. Okay, if I take the cassette toilet out, there's a fuse inside there. Also, there's a reed switch that might be a problem as well. Okay, with the cassette toilet out, there's a fuse there. I'm going to test that first, and that's your reed switch. That apparently goes sometimes as well. So first of all, let's take this switch out. Well, that came out easy. And let's see if this reads or not. Right, I don't know if you heard, that works perfectly well. So let's put that back in again. Right, now with the reed switch, right, these can get a bit gonked up. In fact, that looks a bit gonked up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just quickly clean that up and put that back and give it another try. In fact, you can see it there. Now, as you can see, I'll put this on there. No bleeping. Is that the problem? I've got a feeling that might be the problem. Because if it's going to be continuous, you'd think that would actually go. Okay, I've just got this bit of abrasive cleaner. Let's see if that's going to work. That works now. Put it on tape. Is that my problem? Okay, I'm going to get a little screwdriver and just put that in there. Hopefully that'll help with the connections. And what I might do is put a little bit of WD-40 in there as well. See if that helps. Put that back in there. Go the right way or that way? That way. Oh, forget that. That way or that way? I think it was that way, wasn't it? Right. Let's press the button, see if that helps. Nothing. Right. Definitely that way, wasn't it? Let's go back inside. There's a little panel you can take off on top of the toilet, so let's have a quick look at that and see what that panel looks like. Okay, another thing you can do is get this panel off. Now you might have to replace it if you can't get it off easily. I don't think they are cheap either, so try and keep it okay. There's just like, I don't know if you can see that, just like a little tab in there. There you go. Now you can then have a quick look at what that looks like. Now to me, that don't look too bad. There's a tab there, pull that out like that, and then that will come off there. Now to me, all that looks pretty good. Right. What I can try then is see if we get anything out of here? Okay, not really having much luck at the moment. I'm lucky my brother just phoned up, and he's quite good at electrics, and he said this meter is no good. So I don't know where we go from here. It's obviously not working. I must admit, I'm not very good at electrics myself, so I really don't know where I'm going to go from there. I can't even see where the pump is. Now, some people say that they've got pumps inside here. Now, you can obviously see it's not actually there at all. Could the pump be down there in that little compartment? I might just take that up and see if the pump's in there. If the pump is in there, the impeller might be just a little bit blocked up, so I might just be able to give it a little bit of a spin, but at the moment I can't find it. I'll take you guys outside. Now, some people do say the pump might be down there, so do I need to get these 4 screws out, and is it going to be underneath there? As you can see, there's wires going round down there, so it could be down there, or that might be going to the actual fuse board itself, maybe. These wires are going up to the board up the top of the toilet, but there are a couple of wires going around here. I don't know if you guys can see. The pipe seems to go round and round a couple of times. Now, I don't know whether the pump might be in there somehow. I'm a little bit stuck here. I don't know what to do. I obviously can't get it going. I'm gonna quickly open up that compartment on the right hand side of the toilet, see if the pump's in there, see if I can get the impeller going. I might just try and get this out as well, see if the pump's in there somehow. If it's not, I don't know where the pump is. Can anyone help me? So I can't see me getting this fixed. So anyway, let's go and have a look at that bit on the side. Be interesting to see what this compartment actually is. Here it comes, here it comes. Right, what have we got in there? Right, now, what's that? Pipe going there, pipe going down there. Nothing of use. That is the water fill. That is a water fill. So okay, still unsure about the pump. Obviously it's not underneath that bit on the side of the toilet, so I'm going to take these screws out and see if it's down there. The good chance it could be just down here. So I've got 4 screws to take out. I won't bore you with that, and I'll show you once I've got them out. Okay, I've taken those 4 screws out. Well, not quite, but I've got a feeling it's just down here somewhere. Now, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but the wire's down there. I think it's got to be down here, but then I've got to get that out of there. Right. Oh, no, still nothing. Where is this pump? This is driving me crazy. Anyone else got any ideas? Just let me know, because there's got to be a pump somewhere. I know the water for the flush comes from the main water tank, but there's still got to be a pump somewhere, I think. Am I right in saying that? There's got to be a pump somewhere. Or is it just from the main pump? Anyone got any ideas? Just please let me know, because I ain't got a clue. This toilet is a, there you go, it is a Thetford C-250CS. So if anyone got any ideas, I know I've got to get a meter to be able to, should we say, check those boards. It could be just the boards. We'll see. Just before I do go, is an actual pump for this Thetford C250 CS? If there is, where is it? And if not, then to tell you the truth, that might be better in the sense, because I can't find it anyway. And if there is, can you tell me exactly where it is? Because I haven't got a clue. I do believe there is a pump, or as you got the fresh, should we say, the flush water from the main tank, is that just coming from the main pump? I say I just don't know. I'm not very good at electrics. This is one that's going to beat me this time. At the moment, it won't beat me completely, not at all. With your help, I might be able to get it fixed. So yeah, please let me know in the comments quite shortly, because I really need to go away very quickly, and I don't really want not to have a toilet. So yeah, so again, ciao for now.